Hello, hello.
Hi.
Today we are joined by Dawn Somek, and you
Right,
just released your third single, and it's called One Day.
right.
Congratulations!
Thank
And
you.
tell me more. How are you? First of all, how are you feeling?
I feel amazing. First of all, I worked for so long, you work for so long on one song and then you just release it to the world and it's amazing, incredible feeling. I'm thrilled.
Actually, it's a really cool way to start the year as well,
Yeah.
especially after 2020, which was, we can
Yeah.
use a lot of words to describe it, but I
Yeah.
guess for you it will be always remembered as the year when you started your journey in music. How
Yeah.
did that go for you?
I haven't thought like about it so, in a deep way, but if you figure it out, like you think about it, I just started my music career in 2020 when no one can start anything. Like the whole world just stops, and I think it gave me a lot of opportunity and try to communicate with people all around the world. You can't predict anything, so I think now that I'm ready to do anything. Like you can hit
Okay.
me with whatever.
Okay. And when artists find the ways to overcome challenges, that's, when you can really achieve more as well. Um, so tell me, how did you decide, first of all, to start your career last year?
Well, it wasn't planned at all. I finished college, like I finished music studies, and I wrote only in Hebrew until then. And I started to write in English, and then one thing led to another, and I just decided to send it out there to the world, and it was just it felt right, and in the setting of the 2020, and and everything's going on. I think we have so much more like to learn from each other, artists, how to communicate in this kind of weird days. And yeah.
Okay. And so for example, because it was a lockdown everywhere in the world, basically,
Yeah.
how did you manage to record? Because creating music, you can do it by yourself. That's, relatively easy if you can play an instrument. But how did you work with, going from the idea to the final result? Did you collaborate with someone? Did you do everything by yourself? Tell me more about that.
So I'm working with my producers. I have two, and we're working since we started to study music school together. We met there, and it was like a weird settings to go through, and the whole lockdown and everything, and quarantine and things. But we just sent mails, and I recorded in my room and they recorded in their house, and we just started to send mails and created those, for me, amazing songs because
Yeah.
it meant a lot to me. And I hope that everyone will enjoy them as much as I do.
Okay. And actually looking at the songs, so they are, especially One Day, which is your latest song, to me sounds quite different to your previous
Yeah.
songs. And as well, in your press release, it says that you're inviting people to a sad party. How did that
Mhm.
came about? And tell me more about what the song means to you.
It's weird because I wrote it in the same day as my last release, Hold Me. They were written in the same day, so they're completely different songs.
Yeah.
And one day I wanted to keep it just simple. And Hold Me, and in my first song, Across the Sun, we tried to do like a party. Yeah. And I think that we have a lot of ways to describe party. You can be sad and happy at the same time because we have so many colors and emotions in life, and we just need to decide how to celebrate them, in happy songs, in sad songs, and dance and listen to music and cry. It's a party if you cry. There's no such thing as one emotion only.
Yeah.
And in every emotion you have so many layers, and this is what I'm trying to give to my audience.
It's my party and I cry if I want to.
Yeah.
So you wrote two of the songs on the same day. So do you
Hmm.
remember what were you going through on that day, and how did you end up writing two very different songs? Did that happen one by one, or was there a break in between? Tell me about the process and how you wrote those songs.
I actually had a big break, like between writing the last song that I wrote. Like I had a really really big block, and it lasted for 3 or 4 months, and then just the same day I just decided that I'm trying to write, and I felt confused because I haven't write for so long, and it just came out, and it came out one after another, and it was weird because they're completely different. I felt so many feelings at the same time. So I decided to take all of my feelings and just release them.
If you say that you haven't written in a while before that
Hmm.
day, did you know that, okay, today I'm going to focus, I'm going to start writing? How did you prepare yourself for that writing session that just transcended everything? Do you have any ritual, or you just sit down and you?
I I don't have a ritual actually. I'm just I'm just sitting down, and I found like a tune or a lyrics that like I'm going to start to work with, and then it just came out. Like every time that I'm sitting and writing songs, it's like this. Sometimes it comes out good, and sometimes it's not. But you need to practice that, because it's a muscle, you
Mhm.
know to write. And I haven't wrote because I think it haven't felt right. And then those are the two first songs that I wrote in English. So I until then I wrote only in Hebrew. So I think it was on the right time, on the right setting, on the right time. And since then, I'm just trying to write every day and create a lot.
So how many songs you've written, I don't know, in the last month then?
In the last month, good ones or
Well, though,
um,
the songs that you think have potential of being released one day.
I think 6 or 7.
Okay.
But I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to write every day at least 1 or 2 songs. And sometimes I'm just combining, like I'm taking the lyrics from this song and the tune from this one, and combining them, and taking and then I'm taking them to my
It
producers.
sounds like you are very dedicated to the actual craft of songwriting. What would be your advice or a tip to someone who maybe struggles to have that, oh, I'm going to do this every day, or finding the time to do it?
Hmm.
What helps you, or like what helped you so far to actually be this consistent?
That's a really good question because when I was stuck, I really needed someone to tell me how to do it and how to get out of um the thing that I can't express myself.
Mhm.
So what I'm doing every day is like I'm just starting with something. Sometimes I'm just writing and trying to create something out of nothing, and then I'm choosing a line, and then I'm starting from there. And the same thing about the tune. Sometimes it came out together, sometimes only the tune. I can sit on the tune like for hours till I get what the words need to be. And it all the time, it's like we're doing just the storm of emotions and everything. And also a really amazing reminder that you need to just uh, remember uh, that if it's a crappy song, it's a song. Even if you don't like it and you think it's not good enough, it's still a song, and it's a must. And you need to remember that one day maybe you can take those lyrics and create something new out of it. And amazing thing about it is not to not to be upset about it. Just keep writing and keep writing and keep writing, and one day it will become something amazing.
How do you know when the song is finished?
And never finished. Okay, because because you can always add something. We musicians know that,
Yeah.
because you always need to add one more and one more thing, and the horn there, and the but you just need to know when to stop, when it's okay with you, when to release. And this is what I learned in the past year, because of COVID and everything. Just release, because no one waits for you, and life won't wait. So
Yeah.
you just need to know when you feel comfortable enough with a song, and just give it love and send it out to the world.
So these 3 songs that you released in English, like before you were singing mainly in Hebrew, when you switched the language, did your style change as well?
It changed a bit. I always try to sing the genre that I'm doing today, and it didn't fit. It didn't fit. So when I started to sing in English and write in English, it just clicked right away. And this is how I just started to write 7 songs in a month. Because when it feels right, it's just right. And when I wrote in Hebrew, I wrote mainly ballads and Israeli rock and stuff like this. But now I'm doing mainly soul and.
What are the artists that influenced you the most? Who shaped your music taste?
I have a couple. In the last few years, it was Sia, especially.
Okay.
But I'm also really influenced by Amy Winehouse, Freddie Mercury, and Adele, of course. But it's kind of a combination that you need to take, like, things that you love from all of them, and just grab it and try to make some of your own.
Yeah.
And I feel that you can really hear, if you listen carefully, you can really hear that I'm really influenced by all of those 4 amazing artists that I wish that I would ever like get close to the level of creativity and soul, and
Well, thinking of Sia, right? So it's amazing that you mentioned her, because when I was listening to One Day, I could hear Sia, but not the Sia that people know from what she does right now, but I could hear Sia from 07. And
Yes.
that's the Sia that I love. I
Me
think that
too.
she totally went mainstream, and now everything that she does sounds exactly the same. And it's, for me, it's just not relevant anymore. But with 07, that was the magic, and that was that is the part that I recognized in one day. So it's amazing that you mentioned that. And thinking about the creativity that with her, think about it, like, even though she tried her solo career, she tried being part of 07, none of that worked until she rebranded herself. She covered her face,
Yeah.
and she turned 40. So it's a long way to go until that. I think that
Yeah.
was a very good example of giving the maybe hope in a way to the artists who
Yeah.
are older than just graduated from school and just starting fresh.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often when someone at her age becomes this massive sensation, right? Because everything is still going for the young artists, because then they're like
Yeah.
these amazing cash cows for the labels, right? If someone is already in their 40s,
Mhm.
like, you don't even know if they're going to kick off or not, right? But that's a long discussion.
Yes.
What do you have planned for this year? Do you have a plan, like how you're going to be releasing them?
I do have a plan, because you have to have a plan. But I'm just releasing them as singles, like, for now. So we have like a lot of materials to go. In a couple of months, I think that I will release one more song. And I'm just trying to give every song the respect that it has. And and they're all, in the end of the day, I think I will combine everything to an EP. But now I'm just going with singles, and I've got so many things, and I'm so excited to share.
There are a lot of people out there who want to create music, and maybe they just need an extra push to kind of start doing that. What is one advice that you would give them that maybe could have helped you when you were starting out to make that path a little easier?
I think that it would never be easier because everyone is like going through their own journey.
Yeah.
But something that I think that would have helped me when I started is just take all the things that you think that you're not good enough, that it's not the best, all those kind of things, and just give them a nudge aside, because you just have to try, you just have to try and try to be your own creativity person and whatever. And I think all of us musicians really have a lot of those kind of moments that we feel that we're not good enough, and no one's gonna hear it, and I'm writing bad songs. But you need to understand that if you're doing your own art, someone in the world will take it and put it close to his heart, and maybe it would be a lot of people, and maybe it would be one, but you did your own thing. and you never, it's a never ending journey. You always have to be the best, but you need to remember just to relax and breathe. And just when you said earlier, when I'm inviting my audience to the party, celebrate life. It's a party. You need to celebrate it whenever you're lost, whenever you're happy, whenever you're down. And this is the message that I'm sending you with. Yeah.
Thank you. I absolutely love that. And I love your energy. And we even more than your energy, we love your music. So thank you for having
Thank
the time
you.
to chat to us. And for everyone watching, so Dawn Somek's latest single, One Day, was released today on Monday.
Yeah.
And you can go and stream it on all the streaming platforms where you want to find music. We will be featuring the song on our New Music Sunday playlist this Sunday, and you will find our thoughts on the song as well. In the meantime, connect with Dawn and follow her. And if you like this conversation and you want to follow up, maybe ask her anything, just what would be the best way to reach out to you?
You can reach out to me via Instagram or via Facebook. We have or mail, whatever you want. I'm there, and I'll be super happy to answer to whatever thing that you have for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of
Thank
the week.
you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. And I hope that this week will be full of positivity and a lot of good feedback about the song. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
You too.